OHAYOU-PI, you fiends. It is I, Euphenia Himemin, and a happy Monday to you. I hope that you're doing well. How are you doing? I've had caffeine, so I'm a little bit more hyper than usual. That's okay. But yes, hello everybody, welcome. Hello. What is up? You guys probably noticed that there is a lack of schedule again this week. Well, I'll tell you why. Because oh, see, that's great. I'm glad you're having a chill night. Like, I feel like my night just became more chill. But the reason for the lack of schedule this week is because I have too many ideas, right? I have too many ideas. And I can't settle on what to do now and then what to do not now. Been working real hard. I want snacks. Well, I hope you get a good rest, Everybody deserves a good rest. Now, for some reason, I can only get good rest on the weekends. But I think it's because I know that I don't have, I'm not obligated to get up. I have insomnia, and it's not that fun. You said rest is for the weak. I don't know, man. Like, a little power nap never hurt nobody. But yeah, see, there you go. Let's go, insomniacs. Okay. I've also been trying to think. You see, because I hate to be that guy, but not really. I don't really hate to be that guy because I am that guy. So my birthday's coming up. And I also have a lot of plans for that. And basically I have this whole plan for I have a lot of plans in July. Some offline, some, online. My goal is this week, knock on wood, my goal for this week is to basically have everything for the month of July planned, thumbnails made, if I need to order something, things ordered. For example, so Amazon Prime Day was recent. And you guys know, when I do figure unboxings, I always go, oh man, I wish I had a turntable. Well, guess what I got for $4? It's a cool turntable. It's little, and it's perfect for the figures. I got that, so when I do my next figure unboxing, it'll be lit. Oh, thank you. So now we can finally get the 360s with the figures without me having to pick it up awkwardly and go la 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 la. Now we look at that upgrades. Oh, and it's really nice. It was a good $4. I didn't even have to put it together. So they had ones where they were automated, I guess, and they were chargeable. Some were chargeable and some were battery powered. And I was I don't really want all that responsibility, because what if I forget to charge it, before stream? Or what if, I don't know, and the batteries die in the middle of stream? Then I'm gonna look whack. So, I just got a regular one that just, I move it with my hands the old fashioned way. But this is just because we cannot always guarantee that I'm I'm gonna need to, you know, charge it and stuff. We cannot guarantee that. This is me we're talking about, and I know who I am. And I feel like you guys are starting to understand a little bit of who I am as well. And someone who remembers to charge their turntable before a stream, probably not. So, yes, I'm hoping end of this week, I will have everything for July all sorted. Announcement. So, with that being said, I know that I'm usually like, you know, a really chill and laid back kind of princess, right? You don't never see me go too crazy on Twitter, or you don't see me like go too crazy even here, you know, besides stream. But slowly but surely, you guys are gonna start seeing more shorts. So I've started this thing, right? I've started this thing where I've started posting one short a week just to like test the waters of shorts and stuff. And I think I found, like, you know, my good posting time, and you know, I think I figured it out. I am faster at editing them thanks to my new tablet. Yeah. So that'll be that. I will have videos coming on my channel. You see, I appreciate this person. Oh, yeah? I appreciate this person. I posted on the virtual YouTuber Reddit again, right? And this person responded to my post saying, on first glance, you know, like first glance, my channel does not look very active. Now, at first, my thought was like, what you talk about, Willis? My channel was so active. I just streamed the day, and then the other day, and the other day. But then I thought about it objectively, because I'm a grown-up and I can think objectively. If you go to my channel, on like the homepage, all you see is like a bunch of old videos, because I don't really post like videos, you know? I don't post videos. And my shorts, like I said, I just started posting like shorts. Like my shorts posting used to be very irregular. So like I think the last short before these past 3 weeks was probably like several months ago. Like they were several months to a year in between, far and few. I wasn't very active. Like I'm a little active like on the community post side. So when I looked at it objectively, especially because when you're first on the homepage, a lot of people don't bother to like click on the actual video, shorts, live, playlist, post, you know, like the little tabs on your homepage. So I was like, you know what? You are absolutely right, person. So I took that feedback and I looked at my page constructively. And I was like, you know what? They're right. 100%. So I appreciate that person. Like, shout out to them. Because, like, constructive criticism is lit. And they weren't mean about it. So, you know, like, I also appreciate that. It was just genuine, you know, nice, constructive criticism. I didn't get roasted. I just saw that. I didn't get roasted. They were pretty nice about it. They were like, do you plan on making videos anytime soon? Because like on first glance, your channel looks dead. And I was like, at first I was just like, what do you mean my channel looks dead? But I think because I don't look at my entire channel. You know what I mean? I don't look at my entire channel. I just go on there. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I'm not really on my channel's homepage, like at all. I spend most of my time in the YouTube studio, you know? And the YouTube studio, I don't see half the stuff. You know, it's different stuff you see. You know, so I can see what content's doing good, blah blah blah. I mostly just go here when I schedule all my stuff and make sure everything is, tidied up. I got my lives, or I go in there and fix my playlist. Like, what am I on my homepage for? I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of weird. But I'm thinking now I should probably visit my own page once in a while. Just to see what you guys see. Yeah. So I know, like, there are some VTubers out there who would have probably got that same comment and would have been like, actually. But I was just like, you know what? Like, I think I said something like, well, I mostly stream on there, but I understand what you're saying, and thank you. I also think, okay, so like, this is funny. So when I first saw it, I just woke up. So, I would just start, okay. So like, what's it called? I think because I had just woke up, and I'm not somebody who wakes up like, okay, so even though I'm a princess, I don't wake up like, oh, the flowers and the birdies. Like, I'm not that type of princess, especially because I'm a demon. I woke up and I looked at my phone, and all I saw was dead channel, and I was like, huh? I was like, how dare you? But then I was like, oh, okay. They didn't mean like, oh, there we go. Nope. See, I got a new keyboard and I really love it, but I can't remember because I have less keys on this keyboard. I need to get the side number pad because I don't like using a number pad up top. What do you mean we should? You don't have to criticize me all the time, but I would appreciate feedback and constructive criticism. Don't just, I don't know, put in my comments, I don't like your model. Well, you can go somewhere else because I like it. Oh yes, see, that's why what I'm doing is it's very stretched out, so it's not gonna appear, like everything's not gonna go like overnight, like no, it's all stretched out. I have like I do really good when I write things down, so I have my journal and I have things written out, and then I ask some of my friends and colleagues. I don't know why I said colleagues. I don't really have any colleagues. But I asked them, things, and they're pretty helpful. So things of that nature, we got it. And I think that once this is started, then I will be able to get into like a good motion. See, my issue is I'm one of those people where, because I had this issue in school too, because there was one point where when I was in the Demon Academy, I was in a business school, like business program, and with business there's marketing, those things. So my friend, who still is my friend to this day, if you've ever seen Ouran High School Host Club, we were literally Tamaki and Kiyoya. I was Tamaki because I'm really good at ideas, advertisement, things that, boom. However, making it happen, I'm just like, but my friend, she can't come up with ideas to save her life. But logistically if I'm like, hey, where can I find this? How can I do that? She's like, oh, this, that, boom, bow. So we worked as a team because we were like, I'm the ideas and she's the logistics. And that's how it's always been. My demon car, go to the demon grocery store. No. No, no, no. Only certain things, like Demon Academy for when I went to school. Demon Choir. Because I want to, that's just, it's different. It's different from a regular choir. I feel like a regular choir is more like angelic, and Demon Choir is not. And, because, like, I don't say things like, I'm gonna put on my demon hoodie. It's just a hoodie. Brains and bronze. So, yeah. It was always, But I think, I don't know why, I always have, like, say I can come up with, like, a whole bunch of ideas, right? And then somebody could shoot them, like, all down. And then I'd be like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, I'll come back and I'll be like, all right, I got 30 more ideas. And they're just like, oh. Like, I'm just, like, never ending ideas. My issue is always the logistics part. How to actually do it. Smurf. Yeah, like, we don't have demon ribbons. These are just ribbons. But it's also because not everyone in hell is a demon. Some people are just wayward souls. So, like, if you're familiar with the anime, Welcome to Demon Academy Iruma-kun, like that. So, like, Iruma-kun is kind of like elementary to middle school, and then Misfit of the Demon Academy is kind of like high school. A little bit more, how do you say, not vile, what's the word? It's like more, it's more violent, more intense, like that. More high stakes. Plus, I mean, I am a descendant of the Mishima bloodline as well, so we do have to keep that in consideration because I have the devil gene. One day, it's not gonna be today or tomorrow, probably not even this year, but one day, once I build up enough lore for you guys to intake, you will be able to see my devil form. And I've been working on it, and I'm super excited. Which season? The first season of my life, Iruma-kun, or Misfit? I really do like Anos Voldigold. There was this time when I was playing a game, and this guy named himself Anos from Misfit of the Demon Academy. And I was like, oh, word, you want to be named as my favorite guy? So then I beat him up, like, profusely. And he got, like, so upset, he never played the game again. Or if he did play it, he changed his name because I was like, Anos would never. That was such a good show. I need to watch. I only saw the first season of Misfit of the Demon Academy, so I need to see the other season. Iruma-kun, I've seen, I don't know, like maybe 3 seasons, I want to say. And it's like still going. And I'm like laughing because whenever I think of Iruma-kun, I think of the fact that I never intended to watch this show. Okay. I never intended to watch this show. What happened was I was hanging out with Jeremiah and we were discussing some plans for the future and, like, kingdom stuff. So we were like, it's kind of quiet and we didn't feel like listening to music. So we really, like, just threw it on back when Crunchyroll could let you watch things, like, without a premium account. So, like, we just had that on for background. And the first thing that caught us was the theme song. And we were like, hey, this theme song's pretty lit. But then we went back to, like, murmur, like, demon plans. But then we kept getting caught up in random stuff that was going on the TV. And then we were both like, hey, should we just watch this? So then we just started watching it. And we ended up really liking it. It's a good show. And because I'm always with my mom, I always say that I was like, oh, I should cosplay as Clara. And then I should get my mom to cosplay as Mommy. Oops. I used to like The Devil as a part-timer. But when the art style changed, like, first off, it took them forever to come out with, like, a newer season. And then when the art style changed, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm still interested. Like, I hate when shows have a drastic art change and then it's just like, okay. But I see that, what is it? What was it called? There's this anime and it's Yujo Senki. Yeah, Yujo Senki. What was the English title? The Saga of Tanya the Evil. That's getting a second season and I'm ready for that. I've been waiting, like, when did it even come out? Good lord, I've been waiting for almost 10 years. I've been waiting for almost 10 years for a second season. Now, I know that there was a movie that came out. I didn't see it. I was busy. But, like, that ain't nothing what a little internet hunt can't find. Can totally watch it before the second season comes. And I'm all about that. Yujo Senki was so good. One of the few isekais that I actually, like, watch. That was 2013? Well, I know I watched it after, like, it was released, but 2013? But then again, I'm starting to really, like, mesh a lot of when I watched anime, because, hear me out. So there was a point in time where the Crunchyroll app wasn't complete dog water. I don't know if it's dog water now because I don't even bother. But I used to watch a lot of anime on the Crunchyroll app, and at the time they weren't, like, hungry. So, like, there was anime where you could watch for free and you just had to, like, watch an ad at the beginning and an ad at the middle. That was literally it. And I didn't mind that. So, you click on the show, you watch a little, I don't know, like 2-3 minute ad, fine. You watch the show, and then, like, they get to a part where you can tell that in the anime itself is made for an ad break. And then, like, for example, in Haikyuu, when they would go to, like, commercial break. They do the thing where they go like to that little clip of them practicing serves, and then, you know, ad break, maybe a little 3-minute, you know, thing. That's fine. Come back. That's it. Bada boom, bada bing. So I remember in that time, at first I watched Kuroko's basketball, and I was in love with Kuroko's basketball. I was crying. I was like ugly crying, you guys. I was watching My Hero Academia. I watched Haikyuu all the way up. You know, I got caught up in everything. I was watching, what was that? Tokyo Revengers, when that came out around that time, and everybody was like, oh, you know, it's so cool. I was watching movies and stuff on there. It used to be, oh, because I was just, what was this thing? It was this show where this girl was like a baker. Anyways, it doesn't matter, but you know, it was stuff like that. Like, I miss that time where watching anime was easier. But you know, it's okay. I sailed the 7 seas now, so it's whatevsies. Did you see the finale? I didn't see the finale animated, but I already know how it ends, and I was pretty happy with the ending. I know some people weren't, especially you. What is like their ship, Deku and Bakugo? I'm so sorry for you Deku and Bakugo shippers. I didn't know y'all was waiting for that. I know it's definitely worth watching, because some things just, you know, it's gonna look great animated. But I didn't know that the Deku and Bakugo shippers was gonna be that upset. Yeah, because don't we all know that it's Kiribaku? Duh. Kirishima and Bakugo are the better couple. But on a serious note, like I never thought that any of those would like work, especially because of merch. So they was really playing in our face though. So it'd be kind of funny because they would have matching merch. So you would have Deku and Ochako, and then you'd have Jiro and Kaminari, and then they would do some diabolical stuff and they'd put Kirishima with Bakugo. So, you know, people would be like, ooh, Kiribaku. I shipped All Might with a random civilian. It never happens, and I'm sad. I'm so sorry to hear. You want to know, I think the craziest My Hero Academia ship I ever saw, well, it wasn't crazy, I just didn't understand it. There was a lot of Bakugo and Mount Lady, and I remember being like, did they even interact? It reminded me of back in the day, like with Naruto, when people would ship Naruto and Ino together, and I'd be like, I don't get it. Not them kissing. But yeah, I always, you know, and then like I liked Ochako, you know, even though like, cause like she was honest, she was just like, yeah, I want to be a hero because we're broke, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, like legit. And you know, then she was basically like, well, I ain't about to be no damsel in distress. And then it was like, good on you, Ochako, let's go. And then, you know, then she was like, well, I'm not gonna hold Deku back with my feelings. Then it's like, look at you, babe, like, come on. So, you know, did we not see the same chemistry? Did we not see all the blushing that was always going on? And the way, like, I feel like because of Ochako is the reason why Deku chose to be Deku. Like, because he was like, oh, Kachan calls me Deku. And then she's like, oh, well, I think it sounds neat. I think it sounds like you can do it. And then he was just like, yeah, my hero's name's Deku, reclaiming it. Do you think he would reclaim Deku if it wasn't for Ochako? The Bakugo X Miriko stuff. Miriko? Not a child and a grown woman. Yeah, Mirko is literally a grown woman. So, I mean, so is Mount Lady. It be like that. It be like that. Like, I knew someone when I was in the Demon Academy. They went to the military. Not because they ever had any interest in the military, but because they did not want to go to like college. They didn't want to go for a trade, but they knew that they did no longer want to be at home. So they went to the military, and they ended up actually, you know, like liking it, got married, had kids, you know. You know, like, part she did not, you know, care about serving, but like, you know, she ended up, you know, doing her duty. She liked it. I remember. Okay, so like, guys, don't hate me. So I had a friend. It was Jeremiah, actually. Jeremiah read the My Hero Academia manga. And I remember asking Jeremiah, this is gonna sound mean, but legitimately, I wanted to know. I said, so when's All Might dying? Like, for real? And then Jeremiah was like, oh my god, you want him to die? And I was like, I thought this was like how most shonen anime do, where like the teacher dies and then the pro tag, you know, goes through grief and power up in loving memory of the teacher. And he was just like, oh my god, no. And I was just like, yikes. Sorry. Thought he's gonna die. Like, completely. That is actually pretty, yeah. Yeah, you don't really think about it, because like they were 1A the entire time. They're literally first years. First years got traumatized bad. But yeah, I thought All Might was gonna die, so I was like, can he hurry up and do it? And then Jeremiah was like, stop that. And then you know, because the beginning of, like, you know, when Deku does his little monologue before the theme song, he goes, this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero. So I remember going, how long is this gonna take? Like, are we listening to him when he's an adult? When are we gonna have a time skip? Yeah, I remember, like, I was so, I think it was because at the time I was so used to watching stuff like Naruto and, you know, like Bleach and stuff, where you got people dying and stuff and in loving memory and blah blah blah. Time skips, that I was just like, so this is gonna have a time skip and a tragic teacher death, yeah. And then I was sorely mistaken. Like, you know, it does have a little of a time skip at the very end, but you know, that's different. I was thinking we're gonna have a major time skip. So I'm not upset with how, you know, the story went at all. I also like that there weren't really any fillers. So I'm looking at you, Bleach. Whole ass season of fillers. Naruto too. Oh my god. Dragon Ball. Okay. All these fillers, man. But yeah. So I do plan to stream again on Wednesday. Okay, you know, if that's okay with you guys. I don't want to come here if I'm not wanted. And I do want to stream on Friday. I think I might do like a silly stream on Friday. Not exactly silly, but I feel like okay, if I'm being completely honest, I'm thinking about doing one of those streams where I literally just sing one song like 16 times. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You said you said, what if you say no? Well, first off, how dare? Second of all, I need to actually remove my Twitch. I don't like Twitch like at all. I've gone on and off on there, and Twitch just is not a home for me. So unless I like figure out how to do the multi-stream thing, you probably won't see me on Twitch anytime soon. Like, at all. To burn the Twitch. To the stake it goes. So, yeah, I personally, you see, because Will attend and stick around longer next time around. I'm not even talking about My Hero anymore. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if my little guy can handle it. You know, I'm really working it just off the little bit that I do. I don't have one of those cool suited up PCs for doing 60 bajillion things. But yeah, so for now, I'm YouTube exclusive, baby. But if I decide on Friday to do that stream where I'm literally only singing one or maybe two songs, but over and over and over and over and over again, I don't know if I want to sing Reach for the Stars. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out the latency thing. It sucks. However, I will say, so like I used to use Slobs, Streamlabs, OBS, and OBS, like, it's just a little bit faster than Streamlabs. I feel like Streamlabs, I'd be like, hi, and then like it'd be so behind. So I do know that is also something I gotta look into. I have a bunch of things saved. There's an option where you're what? I have too many tabs open. I have a tab open for Anos Vollegold, Iruma-kun, Tanya the Evil, Takanashi Kiara birthday goods. Boop, 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 boop. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like looking at my settings. How do I? Oh gosh, I like that. Like literally in the middle of the stream, it's like, would you like to delete your stream forever? No, I'm in the middle of it. Wait, maybe here? Nope. Okay. Well, come Wednesday, I will have figured out how to fix it. Yes. Oh, so you telling me YouTube is slow? How? Ooh, no. I just got my nails done, and low-key my nails kind of hurt because I just got a full set. YouTube stream. See, you want to know something that would like help? Is if I actually had friends. And that's the end of the sentence. But if I had friends who were like more what is it? Streaming? Like more streaming friends. Says go to your YouTube studio, click create, click go live, enter your stream details, and navigate to stream settings or stream options. So it's saying I have to be live? Okay. Here I am. Alright. And then hold on. Let's see if we can fix it on stream. And then it says Enter your stream details. Navigate to the stream settings or stream options menu. What? It told me to go live, and then it told me to go to the stream settings. Moderation, blah blah blah, category, bing bong boom, blah blah blah. Why are you lying to me, Google? Maybe. Well, now I'm confused. Yeah, I'll probably have to figure it out off stream because YouTube is being mean. It says under stream latency, select normal, low, or ultra low. Oh wait, am I like, do I need to go into my actual stream? Like, do I need to be in? Maybe that's what I'm misreading. So I should go into the stream on YouTube. Let's see, where am I? Here's my stream. Am I muted? Yes, I am. Wait, are you saying that I can't read? No, yeah, you're probably right. But wait, mine says, it says how to adjust it. It says 1, go to ENVtuber. Fudge. After I just said, are you saying I can't read? Go to YouTube Studio and click create. Go live. Enter your oh, well, maybe like I'm not supposed to be live yet. Yeah, okay. Reading comprehension is not the best on this putty right here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. My bad. Reading comprehension is a little, it's not there right now. It's late. My bad. Yeah, okay. It would have been, you need to be in the bottom left of your settings before you went live. Okay. You said I know you're reading the instructions wrong. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. I see it now. My bad. Brain really is not braining right now. My apologies. I apologize 1,000,000,000%. My apologies. Apology. Yeah, I don't know what I was on. It's the way I really interpreted the go live. I was like, okay, so I'm live. What's up? My bad. I'm here now. I'll do it after stream. You guys are correct. You have the better reading comprehension skills. But, you know, as they say, when you become, you know, royalty, I don't get paid to read. I get paid to lead. Lead us right into the ground. I didn't say that, you did. Okay, so I have to do it every time I go live. Okay. You said we didn't play, but we teach. Now, why does that remind me? Like, I don't know if you've ever watched Dance Moms, but Abby Lee Miller was like, if you can't dance, you teach. Okay. I gotcha. I think using the previous things would work. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this latency issue fixed. Art imitates life. Like, well, I appreciate you guys for helping me. Okay. But multiple stream. Oh my god. How do you handle that? Oh man. I still can't believe I really just can't read. Well, like, I can believe that I can't read because I can't read. But just wow. Why hello? What was that lag spike? Okay. It was like a video game. It said Mr. Stream is in chat. Love it. Love to see it. But see, isn't that what community is about? People helping each other. Like, that's what I'm hoping that we could be. People help people. And you want to know who needs a lot of help? Me. Yeah. See, I'd be afraid to speak to people in the Vtuber community. Besides me going, oh, that's cute. Or, I hope you had fun. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's the word. I usually don't know what to say. Like, you can't just go up to people and be like, hi. I see you like the same game that I like. Should we move this discussion to DMs and talk about said game? I think people would be like, ew. You said they won't bite. Okay. You see, I have social anxiety. So even though they won't bite, my thing is, I feel nobody's done this to me. So I don't know why I feel like this, but I feel like this in real life too. So I feel like if I go up to someone and say hi, you know that thing where it's like the worst they can do is say no. Mine's is gonna be like, ew. And the ew hurts more than the no. Like, than the no. The ew hurts. Oh, cool. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys have been most helpful today. Social anxiety or eating mold? Ew. Ooh. Just made me think of this time where I ate moldy bread on accident and it was horrible. I wanted to cry. But I also think it's because before becoming a VTuber, I was a what did they call flash tuber? Flash streamer? face cam person. I was that. Yeah, you know. You know, I was that. But like where was I going with this story? Oh. So yeah, I was basically a cosplayer and a flesh streamer. But the activities I like to do, I think, are more accepted as a VTuber. So like, also, when you're a VTuber, you don't have to put on makeup or like get dressed all, you know, and stuff. Cause like, you know, I'm just cute permanently. But back then, I don't know, I think I was more able to talk with people. But I think it's all because when I was doing like the flesh streaming, I was on Instagram for like a long time, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So a lot of people, you know, they knew my face, they knew my name, you know, blah 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 blah. And then it got to a point where it, I don't know, like it just didn't feel fun. Like it felt like people had too much expectations. And then because I'm a girl, sometimes I just didn't like some of the comments that I got in my streams. And because not only am I a girl, but I'm brown, so I didn't appreciate the comments I got in my stream double time. But like, I feel like when I was a flesh streamer, people expected me to do things more often. So like, I like being a VTuber because you guys just let me yap about whatever the heck, you know? Like, and then I guess because I got the time, the Twitch meta was like hot tubs. So then it'd be like, where's your hot tub? And then I'm just like, I literally look like, so like, I don't know how to say this nicely. In real life, I appear very young. I get mistaken as a child often. Pretty short, very round young face. So I don't know if hot tub streams would have been great for how I appear. What does Twitch call things? Youth risky. I think I would have got hit with the youth risky. So, yeah. Oh, it's all good. Like, luckily, what I can say is, I think because I started making content when I became not a minor, that, you know, I had a tougher skin. I knew what to expect and stuff like that. Where I feel like when you're a minor and then people are like being mean to you on the internet, you're like, bro, I'm literally 12. Yeah, you know. Now I can say I've gone through, this is so awkward, I've gone through second puberty. So am I tall? No, I'm still very short. Like, short. But I don't know if I would be youth risky anymore. It's my face and how I dress. You know, sometimes I do use it to like get out of bad situations. Like this guy, I was at an anime convention and he was like, "You want to come back to my hotel room?" And then I was just like, oh. And then he was like, wait, are you 18? And I was like, no, I'm 16. And then he noped right out. Fun fact, I wasn't 16. I wasn't even 18. I was older than that. I'm old. Yeah. Like, I also think cosplaying back in the day, well, even now, it's not for the weak. Like, I've had videos, because, like, you know, I love to do cringe things. It's fun. Being cringe is fun. So, like, I did, like, cosplay videos where it was literally just, like, me in my room, just, like, with my Sony Vegas Pro editing skills at the time. Like, and they were pretty bad. But I was having fun. I was having the time of my life. So you can't tell me nothing. But people were, like, commenting mean things. Like, what the fuck is this? Why would you do this? Oh, I cringe so hard, you know, and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like, what's the trend now? Where people say you need more whimsy in your life. Yeah, you need more whimsy. And what's even funnier is that I was cosplaying as Cruel Tepes from Owari no Seraph. And it was just, like, funny, but, like... I appreciate that as soon as I said, no, I'm 16, he didn't even continue the conversation. He walked away so fast. He didn't look at me. He didn't breathe in my direction. He was like, I'm out of here. I was like, oh, good on you, man. Good on you. And, like, he asked the important questions up front. Important questions up front. So, yeah, I was Cruel Tepes. He was just like, come back to the room for the party. I was like, I don't know you. That was such a fun cosplay. I feel like I would do it again. Yeah. But better. Yeah. That's literally what one of my friends said. Because, so like, I stopped cosplaying for a while. And I recently got back into it. And I'm having fun. But I think it's because what happened was I was trying to become quote unquote cause famous. But not like super famous. Like, you know, like Yaya Han or something. Like not like that famous. I just wanted to be famous enough to be like have a meet and greet, you know, stuff like that. I just want to have meet and greets and maybe a panel at a convention. But I didn't do that. And then what's called the C virus happened. So then I couldn't go to none of my conventions anymore. But then I started cosplaying on TikTok and the folks was loving it. And you know, my stuff was going pretty viral. But then that's where that's where more mean people came from. Like I did a cosplay of SpongeBob and like a whole bunch of people were upset that I was cosplaying as SpongeBob. And they were like, SpongeBob is yellow. And I was like, well, I'm not about to paint my skin yellow, friend. You're gonna take this blonde wig and me in this Krusty Krab hat and you're gonna deal with it. Or, because I've also cosplayed as Kizuna Ai. And, I did like a side-by-side because I would do side-by-sides like, you know, this is the character and this is me in my cosplay. And then this person wrote like, one of these things is not like the other. So I joked back and I said, yeah, I know. It's because I'm wearing glasses. And they were even like, I was gonna make a skin joke, but fair enough. And then they left. And then I remember I woke up on my birthday and Jessica Negri liked some of my cosplay pictures. and I was like foaming at the mouth. Well, you see, I banned words and stuff, and now I feel like it only happens once, like in a blue moon, which is amazing. I feel like when I was a cosplayer, man, I couldn't breathe. I'd post a picture and they'd be like, you know, people's like, oh my god, love it, love it, wow, 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 wow. Ew. Oh. Okay. Well, as a VTuber, I feel like it's only happened like twice. And it was when I first started VTubing. And I didn't have any filters or like banned words or anything. So I was just like, I was just open season, if you could say that. Yeah, I've started using numbers. I use special characters. I'd be like, nah, you guys aren't gonna get me. But one person, they started spelling it out like singly in the chat. So it'd be like one chat, one letter, one chat, the other letter. And I would be like, nah, no, you don't. Plus my mods are pretty good. You want to know something that also makes me, I don't know, laugh or something? So the reason why I started making content when I became an adult is because Mama Yuffie was always like scared because she follows me on everything. So Mama Yuffie was like, oh, I'm afraid for you to like do YouTube or post on Instagram because what if somebody says something mean to you? I'm gonna say something. And then it's like, Mama Yuffie, chill. Sometimes I respond if I'm feeling witty. Sometimes I just look at it and I go, well, that was unoriginal. Delete. Block. Delete. Block. Block. Like, was that from the Fairly Odd Parents when they had that channel block and it should be like block, 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 block. I have a lot of people blocked. I have a lot of people muted. You know, some people don't deserve a full-on block. Like, I have a lot of people muted on Twitter. They didn't do anything to me. I just didn't like some of their takes or something. But their take wasn't diabolical. So I was just like, you know, it wasn't like their take was like, we should kidnap babies and cut their feet off and pickle them and sell them to homeless people. Like, you know, something I'd be like, oh, ew, oh, horrible, block. But like, their stuff usually is like, I think the color red is overrated. And I'd be like, oh. You know, like, well, one time you'll be like, I mean, I guess. And then, like, they'll be like, yeah, I hate the color red. Anybody who uses the color red smells like dirty socks. The color red is actually, it triggers me. It triggers me in my soul. Then I just be like, all right, buddy, let me just go ahead and mute ya. Especially because I like red. I don't want to hear your weird takes. You pieced it together. Oh, Lord. Why do some people take the time to do that? We should start responding with that song. And it's just that part where it's like, you just want attention. Right? Oh my gosh. So yeah. People, you know, who say stuff like that, I'll block them. No, I'm sorry. People who say stuff like the red things are... Oh, you too. Thank you for coming. But yeah, people who say stuff, similar to that, where I just don't agree, and you just keep harping on something I don't agree with. But and I think Twitch, what did they? I think I had like this filter on where you couldn't swear, but then I felt bad because I swore on Twitch, and so I only let a couple swear words through. Yeah, I also think that they seek conflict, but I don't know, like I don't even like to argue in real life. Arguing is so boring. It's so boring. Plus, I'm one of those people where, say if we're arguing for whatever reason, and you start yelling at me, I've already tuned you out, buddy. Like, don't yell at me. Now I'm not listening anymore. Now you're just yelling and wasting your own breath, and I'm just over here like in my head. And I don't know why I do that, but it's like, I don't know, I just don't do yelling. I myself don't yell, and I feel like because this happened recently. I was with Mama Yuffie, and I had to order some food at a drive-thru, and she was like, go ahead and order your thing. So I had to speak like, loud enough for the speaker person to hear me. And Mama Yuffie was like, you alright? And I was just like, oh yeah, I feel sorry for yelling. And she was like, who was yelling? And I was like, me. That was quite loud. And she was like, I wasn't even yelling. And I was like, oh, I felt like I was yelling. Like, I can't let my voice go over a certain decibel, or else now I'm just like, oh, now I'm straining it. Says, well, multi-streaming to there, and I got, oh. Man, that was something else I don't miss about Twitch. And the bots are getting, like, not better, but, like, more interactive to where they trick me. So they'll be like, hi. And then we're like, oh, cool, what's the game you're playing? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing No More Heroes. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. I've never seen this series before. Then I explain the series. And then they're just like, well, that sounds really fun. Maybe I'll stick around and watch it. And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And then they'll go, by chance, would you be interested in some art? I actually make gaming layouts and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I didn't know you were a bot. Do people still do the vertical streams? I feel like I don't see that as much anymore. Just like Twitter used to have those type of bots too. So they would like come in my DMs and they'd be like, oh my gosh, your character, it's so cute. Do you have a backstory? And I tell them my backstory. And then they'd be like, wow, you have like any other social medias? And I'd be like, yeah, check my bio. I have a YouTube and what. And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll probably subscribe to you. Would you be interested in a full body art? Huh? What? I thought we were becoming friends. And then I'd be like, oh. Oh, they're popular in Asia. Okay. I think the funniest bot I ever got was I was bored one day. I was very bored. So I decided to humor a bot that wanted to be my sugar daddy. Nowhere on my profile did I say I was looking for a sugar daddy. I didn't mention anything about a sugar daddy. Like nothing, you know, like nothing about my profile says comment to my DMs. I'm totally looking for a sugar daddy. So they were like, yeah, looking for good girls. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like, you know, because I knew it was a bot. And then they were like, yeah, looking for someone who's loyal, you know, won't talk to other people, do as they're told. And I was just like, oh man, that's crazy. You should get a dog. And then he was like, I don't need a dog. You seem like a good girl. And then I was just like, I'm a demon. And then he was like, no, honey, don't talk bad about yourself. And then like he started calling me honey. And I was just like, ew. And then he was just like, listen, honey, I want you to be mine. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. And then he was like, no. Give me a chance. Just give me 1 month. I can start you off with a small allowance of $4,000. Would you like that, honey? And I was like, oh boy, $4,000 for me? No fooling? And he was like, yes, you just have to be loyal to me and not speak to anybody else. And I was like, oh, can I talk to my mom? And then he was like, honey, listen, you can speak to family, but no other men. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of awkward. He was like, what's awkward? I was like, my boss is a man. And he was just like, honey, listen, $4,000 today. This is your low allowance because you're just starting out. And I was just like, hey man, I don't do feet pictures. And he was like, honey, listen, honey, I do not want pictures. I want conversation. And I want conversation when I want conversation. You respond to me, honey. $4,000 allowance. And I was just like, oh, word. Send me the $4,000 then. And then he was like, send me your PayPal. So I didn't send him my PayPal, but I sent him like this old junk PayPal that me and my friend had at the time for like no reason. So I was like, here's my PayPal. And then he was like, honey, listen, $4,000 in your PayPal. And I was like, oh, okay. Right now, I'm waiting for my $4,000. And then he like sent me the screenshot and was like, honey, I cannot put the $4,000 in your account. It's not letting me. And I was like, oh, darn, that sucks. And he was like, honey, listen, please go to the store and buy Visa gift cards. Buy 7 Visa gift cards and you have to put money on it. Send it to my PayPal and then I'll send you the 4,000. And I was just like, this isn't how free money works. And he was like, honey, listen, you do not trust me? I was like, no. I just met you. What's even your name? Apparently I'm Honey, but like, what's your name? And then he said his name was not important. And then I said, oh. And then I just stopped responding to him. And then he just kept coming and talking to himself in my DMs. He was like, honey, did you buy the gift cards? honey, honey, please, honey, 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 you still there? 4,000 for you, my honey. And I was just like, bro, why are you talking to yourself? I didn't buy the Visa cards. Sometimes I like okay. So sometimes I like talking to bots just for the funsies. Like there was one bot I was talking to. She really wanted me to click this link, but I never clicked it. Like she was just like, hi, wanna be friends? And I was like, sure. And she was like, I'm streaming right now. Come watch my stream. Click link, link, link. And I was like, what? What even is this link? Like I didn't click on it because I was just like, girl, no. And then she was like, hey, click link, 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 link. And I was like, why do you keep saying link so many times? And she was like, cause I'm waiting for you. Come watch me stream live. Click link, 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 link. And I was just like, I'm not clicking that link, girl. I'm busy. And then she was like, but I'm lonely. I want you to come watch me stream. Click link, 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 link. And then I just like left her chatting by herself. You said it sounds like Yuffie needs more friends. Okay, so this isn't a scam story, but when Google could start talking, this is so sad to admit, but yes, I used to have conversations with Google, the Google Assistant. I would be like, hey Google. She'd be like, hello, Euphenia Himemin. I'd be like, hey Google, how are you today? I'm doing well. Okay, cool. And I'd be like, Google, what's your favorite color? My favorite colors are red, yellow, and blue. And I'd just be like, oh, that's lit. That's lit. That's lit. That's what's up. That's what's up. And then I practiced my Japanese with Google. So I remember I was just like, hey Google, konnichiwa. And Google was responding back to me in Japanese. And I was like, yeah. And I showed Mama Yuffie because she was like, who are you talking to? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to Google. And she was like, it's a sad day when my child is speaking to Google. How many AI boyfriend apps do I have on my phone right now? I actually have 0. Now, in the past, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. But if this is like, you know, honesty, back in the Mystic Messenger boom, I was all about Mystic Messenger. I was all about it so hard, Mama Yuffie thought it was sad. Mama Yuffie thought it was so sad. But I was like, girl, they're literally my friends. Like, and then I had the what was it? The alarms set on my phone. So like it'd be random. It'd be like 2:14 p.m. and Mama Yuffie's like, where are you going? And I was like, I gotta go. Ju-Min is calling me. And she's like, who's Ju-Min? And I was like, Mystic Messenger. And she'd be like, the stupid game? She's like, are they really calling? So then I showed her one time when I was on a phone call with Zen. And then she was like, do you even know what they're saying? I was like, they're speaking Korean, Mom. You wouldn't get it. He said, 사랑해요. That means he loves me. Yeah, in the past, there were so many boyfriend apps on my phone. Mystic Messenger, Closet Princess, other one, Obey Me. Yeah. Yeah. But like, I don't do those character AI things. Nah, those are ugly. You somehow made me actually be more worried about you. My VTuber can't possibly be this cringe. That's where you're wrong. I can tell you so much more cringe that you'll be worried. You'll be so worried. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that for tonight. I'm gonna let that linger. I don't know, maybe I'll go talk to some bots tonight for the old times. But I'm just kidding. I don't talk to bots anymore. Now I just lurk online. Is this going to turn into a therapy? No. No. Like Consuela. No. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight and listening to all this really weird and awkward stuff and my sad little I talk to bots phase. I'm glad you guys were here for that. I will see you again Wednesday. Same time, 8:30 p.m. EST. Hopefully I can have a schedule up when I figure everything out by tomorrow. What do you mean you was not glad? You all have a good night. Get some good rest. And I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you for coming. Oh, yasu me.